Hello! From ancient times and up until the 18th century, biologists distinguished only two large groups of living beings, plants and animals. However, further studies of living beings have convinced scientists that these groups alone are not enough to describe the diversity of life. First, species with a strange combination of animal and plant features, such as mushrooms, were constantly found in nature. Secondly, some species had attributes non-characteristic of either plants or animals. Such species, in particular, include a huge number of organisms that are invisible without the use of magnifying devices. So, in the second half of the 20th century, biologists identified four main groups of living beings: plants, animals, fungi, and bacteria. Today, scientists estimate that the total number of species of living organisms known to humans is more than 1.9 million. 1.4 million of them are animals, 250,000 are plants, and more than 100,000 are fungi. About 150,000 species belong to other organisms, 30,000 of which are bacteria. A significant number of living organisms still remain unknown. Click on one of the types of living organisms to learn more. Animals are a kingdom of mostly multicellular eukaryotic organisms. Heterotrophy, consumption of ready-made organic substances, and the ability to actively move are the most important features of the kingdom. In everyday life, the word animals often means only four-legged terrestrial vertebrates, mammals, reptiles, and amphibians. In science, the term animals has a wider meaning. Therefore, it is said that animals, in addition to mammals, include many other organisms: fish, birds, insects, arachnids, mollusks, starfish, worms, etc. Humans also belong to the animal kingdom, but is traditionally considered separately. Click on one of the types of living. Plants represent a kingdom of living organisms. Most members of the kingdom were included in 1866 by Ernst Haeckel. Representatives of the kingdom are autotrophic organisms, which are characterized by the ability to photosynthesize and the presence of a dense cell membrane, which is formed mostly by cellulose. As a rule, the reserve substance in plants is starch. Plants are the first link of all food chains, so the life of animals depends on them. They are a source of more than 10,000 biologically active substances that affect the human body and animals, particularly when consumed. Botany is the scientific study of plants. Click on one of the types of living organisms to. Fungi differ from plants primarily in the following features: the absence of a photosynthetic apparatus, the presence of a chitinous cell wall, the formation of urea in the process of metabolism, and the animal-like synthesizing of amino acids, storing glycogen, etc. From animals, fungi differ in the predominance of the osmotrophic type of nutrition over the phagotrophic, reproduction by spores, and the presence of cell walls. However, these differences are not universal. Click on one. Bacteria are microscopic, mostly unicellular organisms, characterized by the presence of a cell wall, cytoplasm, and various inclusions, the absence of a nucleus, mitochondria, plastids, and other organelles. They usually have cell walls like plant and fungi cells, but bacterial are usually made from peptidoglycan. Most of them are very small, usually only 0.5 to 5 nanometers at their largest size, although giant bacteria can grow up to 0.5 millimeters in size and be visible to the naked eye.